I think this is part 9 of the Black Rock Desert. No, of All Is New Black Rock. Or the Black Rock Redemption. Take your pick. Mr. Rahman and the LSD girl got dressed. A worried Mr. Rahman asked. Oh, when Mr. Rahman and the LSD girl got dressed, a worried Mr. Rahman asked, "Am I going to be insane now from being exposed to your LSD? Will I now be schizophrenic and end up thinking the CIA is in my attic spying on me?" Have you seen the movie A Beautiful Mind about the schizophrenic math professor who was reading into things, reading way into things? He ended up putting what he thought were secret classified material into what he thought was a fancy high-tech box of the CIA, and it turned out to be some old mailbox of an old abandoned house. That was about to crumble. It was all a fantasy in his head that was the head that was absolutely nothing, and that is supposed to be a true story. The girl thought, then said, maybe the LSD didn't make him schizophrenic. Maybe it opened his mind to the point where he became a prophet and had a vision of the internet. Surely, due to the internet, I'm thinking maybe the CIA is spying on us in our attics. Mr. Rahman looked a little shifty-eyed and said, "You do take LSD, don't you?" The girl smiled and said, I'm joking. Look, was the uncle's schizophrenia to begin with? Oh, look, was... Oh, shoot. The girl smiled and said, I'm joking. Look, was the uncle's schizophrenia to begin with, and maybe the LSD just enhanced it? Oh, excuse me. Was the uncle schizophrenic to begin with, and maybe the LSD just enhanced it? I knew someone who never took the stuff, and he became schizophrenic in his 30s, which is about 10 years after if you are going to become schizophrenic. Of course, he was under a lot of pressure when he became HIV positive. He sounded like he might have got it the gay way, and being a religious type person to begin with, tried to appease God by becoming super Catholic, even though he was quite brilliant. Due to the stigma of possibly being gay and getting a deadly disease, possibly through such an anti-Catholic sex act, I think the pressure became so overwhelming for the poor guy that the pressure got to him and he became schizophrenic. Thought Rahman. The girl suddenly realized something and said, oh wait, I was wrong. He was 30 when he became schizophrenic. After eating breakfast together, Mr. Rahman's faith was actually increased in Allah due to having the girl with him during the night. She felt so heavenly and wonderful in his arms and on him that what little atheism the girl might have swayed him to while eating in the Rainforest Cafe was crushed out and replaced with Allah again. A girl that fantastic in feeling warmth and brilliance can't possibly have come about from sea slime, thought Mr. Rahman as they ate breakfast together. Realizing that he was now really going to have to pay Allah back in a horrendous way, Mr. Rahman gave her the rest of the $1,000 he promised her, held up his hand with tears forming in his eyes, and said, I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you. He walked out of the door of the pepper mill, determined to not look back, but he just had to find out what her name was. When he went back to learn it, he discovered that there was no sign of her. The table had already been cleared, as if he and the girl were never there. That was fast, he huffed, due to quick pace of trying to return. I think I'll end it here.